Okay, the geography will add a synergy bonus. +2.
Alright. Arcana then? Yeah, Arcana. Alright. That sucks. Yep, 16.
16?
He's looking at stuff.
He's looking at stuff. He is looking at... He is things with fancy that you don't understand, but it's like... And he's thinking about a bunch of things that you think might be different worlds that have trees similar to this tree, and then he's going, ooh, vine. This type of vine.
I think
Weird
he's trying to
leaves.
find out where he is. He's identifying stuff to find out where he is, I think.
Is he lawful?
Do you detect law?
Yeah, she flicks
He
her.
is not lawful.
She,
Not he. Sorry. You do not detect law.
okay. And then she's gonna check good just out of a morbid curiosity at this point in time.
He does not detect as good.
Oh, lawful stupid.
Hello there, Cloven Architect.
Worshipper of the pattern in the weave. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You are Imperial.
Oh, yes, amongst other things.
That does narrow it down somewhat. Is this an Imperial core world? We are not on... We're definitely not on Empirica. We're not on... What was the name of the one with the dinosaurs?
Immensa?
Immensa? This is not Immensa. The fauna is not large enough.
Yeah, just look at the ash in the sky.
Yes. Look up. Never forget to look up. Is it Volcanica?
Oh, yes. If I had cookies, I'd give you one.
In his thoughts,
Yep.
there's this like happy like he has fed his demon, his monkey in his back of his like he solved it and he's happy. Like
Oh.
he is immensely happy with having solved the puzzle in front of him.
You must forgive us. We've come a long way to rescue you. We traveled to the Tower of Science in search for you. We met Shmi, and found out that you were doing work for the Pale Knight. When we went to the Pale Knight's realm, we found out that you were being sacrificed in some sort of psychic ritual that would have changed your body but kept your intellect intact. I'm assuming that wasn't the job you were hired to do for the Pale Knight.
No, I would never agree to such work.
Of course not. These are
She
my...
simply wanted to add a maze into her newly expanded abode. It was a very typical contract.
Yes, but you live
Contracts are sometimes difficult in the Abyss, as some parties don't, fully fathom them and require force to understand how they work.
Right. Diplomacy also doesn't work sometimes.
Agreed.
Pale Knight's realm is a horrible place, but that is aside from the point. We've rescued you, and we were wondering if you could, well, help us in a way.
It seems appropriate. You've saved me from a tentacly fate.
Oh, he likes puns. This is what China says in his mind.
I'm gonna give him a squeeze. No more puns.
Do I get any sense of anything different than what he's saying?
No, he's very forthright in saying what he means, and he means what he says, and you're hearing his inner thoughts loud and clear.
If you don't mind me asking, to which god do you pray?
I pray to magic and creation.
And Baphomet allows you to do such a thing?
I produce magic and create. I mean, praise is given to the Demon Lord in his domain. I am a Minotaur. he's trying to point. He's got the manacles on. He's trying to point at the horns. It is tradition, I suppose.
And if we let you go on Volcanica, what is it that you would do?
On Volcanica?
Would you try to go back to the Tower of Science, or would you pursue other things? You're free now, at least. I assume you're free?
I would eventually be called to return. I mean, eventually would they probably want me back, I'd assume. I'm assuming you said you were sent to rescue me.
Ask him if he's under contract to return.
Are you under some sort of soul contract to return?
I have tenure.
So you could take a sabbatical.
He nods.
Well, we seek to get... There is an entity by the name of the Iron Lord, I believe was one of your previous, how shall we say, employers?
That was quite some time ago.
We wish to know a way through your magnificent maze to get to the central Iron Tower. We also made you something, and he puts down the puts down the little maze cube on his chest.
Ooh. Give me an int check, Desaad.
Oh fuck, I guess the wrong dude.
Actually, 1 second here. I forgot. Detect Thoughts has a line in here. What is your int score?
This is gonna hurt.
Int is 18.
Okay. He starts to actually think about a puzzle, and Desaad is stunned. His intelligence dwarfs your genius intellect.
Desaad,
Yeah, no, we're out of here. We're out of there, Captain.
oh, you're all right. Did something happen?
Boy, things way too fast.
You basically got bombarded with, like, what would be, like, indices, like, points in a three-dimensional matrix, and he was starting to solve matrices in his head. Like, you know,
No.
100-dimensional matrices being solved instantaneously in your head, and you're hearing those thoughts. And it's
Starts
like,
getting a
oh,
rash everywhere. Like, no.
His brain's a quantum computer.
it's just, no.
We're out of here.
It's trying all possibilities simultaneously. You know, like, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so he's very smart then.
Yeah, extremely, Captain. I don't hear any benevolence at all. He's straight. He's honest. He's not trying to lie at all.
Do you mean malevolence or benevolence?
Yeah, whatever. He's a smart one.
Ma or Bob is important in that scenario.
He ain't bad, is what I'm saying.
Is that something that would be amenable in exchange for your rescue, as well as this well-constructed maze to keep you occupied?
It is a shame to deny one the challenge of solving a maze.
Yes. This one is actually... Well, you can play with it for a while.
Puzzles
Yeah,
are lovely.
He's gonna open it in like 5 seconds, Cam. Plow through that shit real quick.
So he has solved the Amadeus maze toy. He solved it by looking at it. He appreciates it, but he solved it by looking at it. The other one, he's going, "Ooh, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one." But he has to actually interact with it to, like, he's just identifying the item currently
by looking at it. Yep.
Yep. What about that craft work would you like to understand?
I'd like to understand a way through it, or a way around it, or a secret passage, or... Clearly, we are not smart enough to solve a problem created by you, so we sought you for the solution.
I am a mere mortal such as yourselves.
Oh, shut
If
the
you
fuck up.
try hard, you could probably get to be quite intelligent.
Yes, but us
Some
mortals...
of you.
Us mortals have each our own strengths and weaknesses. Los over there is one of the best swordsmen I've ever met. Amadeus could grapple, well, pretty much everything. Except for that thing you just encountered that walloped you pretty bad. What was going on there?
Shut up.
Coven is...
Don't worry, Amadeus. We'll find something to help you get your mojo back.
Coven is a great diviner. Capra, a great archer. Grackle, the second best swordsman I've ever met.
And Chaga's a really
Fuck
good
you,
cook.
Captain.
First,
Some
second, it doesn't matter. Fine. The best living swordsman.
Hey, that's better.
And Chaga's the second best
That is
cook.
better.
Dugganschmirph around here is probably the best thief that this world has ever known.
I stole you.
Yes, he did. And Kev over there, don't worry about Kev. It's just Kev. He's very good at being Kev.
Big, toothy, ugly teeth grin. Unshaven. Hey.
For you, however, you're legendary. You've been around for a long time and have helped. You're probably, well, not quite as old as Coven, but the oldest person here.
The Iron Lord contracted the Iron Citadel a couple millennia ago, at least one. He wanted to create an ever-living construct beneath to tie all of the towers together. It's a very interesting. The keeps, each of the towers are able to move along planar lines. It is difficult to make an ever-scaling maze that will cross planar boundaries, as well as boundaries between locations within the material. He's twisting and, like, scratching his shoulder with his horns. You wouldn't happen to have something to eat. Here's...
Chugga finds some food in his trail mix bag or whatever.
he's like, it appears I'm missing some...
he'll drop a few.
It's generally not a good idea for those of the mortal persuasion to eat on the abyss.
Okay.
It can give one a case of indigestion. We'll
feed him bits of Chaga's trail mix and snacks, and
he's like, ooh. It's been a long time since I've eaten food. Going to have a bowel movement later. Horrendous.
Chugga just... you're missing our ring of sustenance, is that what you're trying to say?
Among other things.
Demons?
Indoor
Demons? Demons took them from you. They almost took everything.
They only wanted me for my mind. As I was saying, to create an ever-scaling maze that could cross planar boundaries was no small feat. It took integrating it into Acheron proper to make it work. Had to spend quite some time there.
I think some of us are sitting down. It's gonna take a while. The guy's pedantic.
Each of the maze itself has multiple exits to move troops and others through. Several of my brethren guard the place. Not my, what you call them? I guess would be avatars. Avatars of Minotaur kind. Give me knowledge planes or knowledge nature. Kind of looking at Coven.
Nature 33. It's a bear. And planes would be 33. No, sorry,
All right.
34.
Okay.
Two nat ones.
There was Baphomet, and Baphomet made demon minotaurs, and from demon minotaurs, mortal minotaurs were created. So he's talking about like demon minotaurs.
Okay.
They're like equivalent in power to like Meriliths.
She'll share that in the telepathic bond. Like that big many-armed lady that we beat up? Sure.
She had lots of arms, but only two. Never mind.
I'll put you in the other telepathic bond next time, Capra.
Capra's gonna have awkward dreams for the next week or two. So, within this space, obviously there are pitfalls and false exits and horrific traps.
Oh yes, we would like to avoid the traps for the towers. Should you go along the wrong ley line, that sounds awful. Awful indeed. Yes, to the path or how to navigate it through. We've navigated a tower once on our own. It was a bit dodgy.
We were half in a rock for a long time. It is an interesting set of skills to solve the geomancy, to move the towers successfully along lines.
Who did this? Oh, Dee Dee did this. I will have to speak to her. I will have to learn. Don't think any of you could learn. Maybe Kev? Don't know.
Yeah, I learn a lot of stuff.
It's why I said your name. Not your name, but your false name. The telepathic bond.
The Great Geomancer, Coven of One. It is actually relatively simple to return a tower to the Citadel compared to moving it through space. One does not need to know as much about when the reference of time for all of the different planes when returning. You simply need to know your current plane's reference as well as Acheron's reference and basically mesh the two solutions.
So you will teach us? Show us the math? Show us the mancy?
This type of knowledge, I think, is a fair trade for one's life.
It's an amazing actual physical place where you could wander around on foot.
Yes and no.
Is there another way to get in aside from a tower? A secret back door that crafty craftsman might have put in, so we didn't have to go through the maze the entire time. A way to get in and, make adjustments. A secret port for the Lord, perhaps?
If you had a rod to the Citadel, you could bypass the maze altogether. Or you could attempt to get there through the correct cube. These are both possibilities. Now, the Citadel itself, the cubes do change over time. I would have to look to figure out which cube it would be on currently. Unless there have been interactions. Haven't dealt with Akron in the last few centuries.
What is a cube? It's the square bit of...
It's the one where you take the meat and you cut it into blocks. It's cubed.
Yes, the tofu in the square block. You know nothing. Akron floating cubes. Quiet, he's explaining.
Yeah, he's explaining. Cube rhymes with boob.
What?
We're all gonna die.
I am here to guide you, children. No need to despair. Minotaur makes sense, even though to you it does not. We will have lessons later.
A true guide can navigate similar to the endless maze.
So
Know your destination.
a minotaur could guide the tower without problem.
Only if they know the destination.
Oh.
As well as a few little tricks.
So these coordinate thingies.
Very simple math is required. His version of simple math is like multi-dimensional polynomials. Like,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's simple math. Calculus 3, go.
I stopped doing math. I do have a minor in math, but I stopped it in third year when it was like advanced differential equations. When it's like, I haven't seen a number in 3 months.
I haven't seen the number in forever.
Forever. The teacher didn't care. He just muttered and wrote things on the blackboard. Didn't take questions. He just shuffled in, muttered things on the blackboard, and shuffled out. That's when I'm like, I think I'm done. I'll do one. I'll do one more actuarial course because I can actually understand. But yeah,
It's all Excel.
yeah.
Always has been.
Oh, well, there's someone I would like him to meet. Could you imagine this man, this creature, this brain speaking to Barnabas?
Oh, God.
We'd have to leave them alone
Captain.
for a month, but I'm sure this is actually someone that could teach Barnabas something. Oh my.
I thought you wanted Slake to meet him.
Slake is an awful being.
This Minotaur will die if Slake meets him.
No.
Or Slake goes to Maze Land and never comes back.
Slake is Barnabas's problem.
I don't know if Chaga has any endearment to Slake, like, at all. He just knows him as, like, the monster that hides under the bed. Like, it's not even...
That hates magic and wants to smash the
There's
weed.
some
Right.
horrible golem thing. Yep.
Yep. Oh. He's not that bad. I mean, every once in a while he has his chuckle as he breaks a wand.
Why are we talking about the deformed dwarf? We have something much more interesting. He's a bit dull, though. I do agree, says Chaka. That's why I thought of Barnabas. So you could teach us these coordinates, and then you could also teach us how those tips and tricks. Or is that something only a Minotaur could learn?
Only a Minotaur or a supreme intellect could implement.
How would you test for a supreme intellect? Chugga's annoyed. Chugga knows he's not that. Chugga's int is...
A smile creeps across his face.
Chagazin's 12 with a 24 wisdom. He's wise enough to know how smart he is.
Is it that smile of if you have to ask, you're not an intellect?
With puzzles, naturally.
Oh, I see. He's got a bit of an attitude like Barnabus too. They'll get along great. Or absolutely hate each other.
Could I have another one of those almonds?
Yeah, try. He grabs a whole handful of trail mix and just drops whatever was inside there.
Did you enjoy the Tower of Science?
We honestly, yeah, that place is great. We beat up the ship monster in the basement.
Yeah, that thing is no longer there.
Make a terrible mess of the plumbing.
Yeah, no, I don't think Grackle enjoyed it very much.
We had a lot of mouthfuls.
We
You
did
definitely shouldn't consume the sewage on the abyss.
The Tower of Science is so far away, though. Perhaps you could help educate people here on the prime material. In fact, I have an area that has already got an Imperial anti-teleport trap in it. It's a mile radius, which is quite impressive for, a meager plane such as this. But I had grand thoughts of perhaps building my own maze there, and then a city on top of it.
Can you imagine the defense that would be?
Yes. Also imagine, this is in there. Also imagine pulling up one of the towers into the... Could you help us design this place?
Of course. That sounds like a very standard contract.
Oh, how much does it cost for a contract?
Well, are we doing this through the Tower of Science or freelance?
Oh, definitely
I believe I'm on sabbatical.
freelance. We'd rather, as much as we are amazed by all the great works that were going on there, as you can understand, it is still the abyss, and make reference to the previous comment you made about abyssal contracts.
Do you wish to have a traditional static maze in the construction, or something a little bit more dynamic?
No, definitely dynamic. But I want to be able to walk through the maze myself without solving it. Perhaps an item like a mantle of a minotaur, a silly hat with minotaur horns on it or something. Or even just the force of personality.
The charisma maze. I'm just pretty enough to go through the maze. Just lets me out. Why? 'Cause I'm pretty. I'm certain we can arrange something.
Excellent.
As a powerful mortal, such as myself and as yourself, as we all are, except for the undead, and the night hag, and kind of the fae, actually, and someone has been playing with your aberrant human. This is known to you, correct?
We're aware.
And your other human that's not a human is... You know this, yes?
He's talking about Zod?
Yeah.
Yes, we're aware.
What is he? I can't quite put my finger on it.
A man of many
Well, that's
mysteries.
just
And he
one
like
of
walks
those
around behind
puzzles
him.
the high intellect will just have to solve.
Touche, Amadeus, touche. Leave a little bit of mystery in our group. I like it. Way to go, Amadeus. It's all telepathic, but head bobbing up and down.
He's pondering. Yeah, he will, for a meager fee of 40,000 gold pieces and a favor, he will design your castle as complex as you would like it.
Yeah, can we draw out the details and limits of a favor? I want you to break the contract that I have with the fucking Tower of Science. Fuck you. How about I get you a cheese sandwich?
All right, but when you're done your sabbatical, we're the ones that escort you back to the Tower of Science and get to tell them about us rescuing you.
Agreed. That seems suitable.
Well, welcome to Volcanica, then.
Do you plan on magically extending your life beyond the normal limits of your frame?
Chug is like, Coven's ageless, and I believe Dugganschmirph ages as quickly as he wants. Los is a ghost as long as he does not fulfill his ultimate purpose. No, I got lots of fighting left to do.
Same with me.
I'm not sure about Amadeus.
Are you so sure, Hobgoblin?
Yeah.
At some point in his mythic path, Chaga will take longevity. He just hasn't taken it yet. So
Yeah, I don't think Grackle should take it because he's not going to make it. Let's get to a point where longevity can become a thing. You know what I mean?
yes, however, I have not given such thought. We're in the middle of a war right now against the Iron Lord, which is a bit preoccupying.
Iron Lord. Yes. A new Iron Lord.
What do you mean, a new one?
The Iron Lord that I crafted for was more than a millennia ago.
Yeah, he could have lived that long, perhaps. We really don't know the nature of the Iron Lord.
Interesting.
Would you like to come with us to navigate one of the towers to go to the Iron Lord's fortress when we finally make an attack on his domain?
I am not a warrior. I am a simple, humble craftsman with big horns and an excellent personality.
Barnabus is going to get along swimmingly with him. I wonder what Barnabus is up to.
He's being horrified by visions of the future right now.
Oh my god!
Time tracker. We are in the 9th week of spring, which is our foray into the abyss. We've only been doing it for like 2 or 3 days now. The other party is training to level. So they've finished Amalgamon's the Observatory of Rest, and they're training to level, which I think is for their 16th level. So Barnabas specifically this week is training for his level. Would you like to meet the smartest person that I know?
Would I? Yes, of course I would.
he might help you in the designs. He seems to be good at everything.
Interesting.
Sense motive. Is he making plots and plans? Is he so powerful that he's just playing us like fiddles right now?
Just get our brains sucked. Barnabus. Thank you.
Here's a Slurpee straw.
Chaka, like, Amadeus, is he for real, or is he just that good?
Sense motive.
Coven's also gonna.
Do we have any? I guess the greater heroism, is that still going?
I don't think so. There was. You recast your telepathic bonds. So.
Yep.
All right, fair enough. So 42 on the sense motive.
I'm just going to roll a d20, and maybe I'm rolling something, maybe I'm not. He's a dirty neutral sense bond.
Which means he's amazing, because he's been serving the Abyss for so long, and he's maintained his neutral alignment.
He seems earnest, and his language skills and patterns are off a little bit. Like a little bit. It's like he's a super smart child almost in terms of how he doesn't hide things in an appropriate way. Right?
Okay. So
he seems to be on the up and up.
Chaga's going to cast Arcane Sight. Let me see if he's got the greater version. Or does he have it permanent? Yeah, Chaga's going to flick on his Arcane Sight and have a little peek.
Okay.
Any suspicious auras, and then what level caster is he?
What level?
Or
let's see.
Arcane Sight, not Arcane Strike.
Arcane Strike. Haha.
Right.
All right. So, and he is a overwhelming caster. So, although this one it doesn't have the description, I don't think you get knocked off your ass, but it's blinding when you look at him to like his casting ability.
Which one is the one that allows you to know the highest level spell that he can cast?
This is Arcane Sight. So you know the location and power of all magical auras. If you concentrate on a creature as a standard action, you can determine whether it's spellcasting and spelling abilities, whether it's arcane or divine, and the strength of the most powerful spell or spell-like ability it currently has available for use. So the power, we've been giving it the spell level. The power should actually be faint, moderate, strong, or overwhelming. So it should be 3rd or lower, 4th to 6th, 7th to 9th. And so we've always been going 5 or 6 or whatever, but we should have been saying 3rd or lower, 4th to 6th. It would be overwhelming.
He's got access to 10th level spell slots.
Yes.
Good lord.
His CR is higher than 20 through just caster alone.
Ew, Okay, Chaga's gonna... If we're done, I think we should allow him to walk around.
Okay, Amadeus, let's go. It unties him.
You get this, like, when Chaga checked... Let me check a thing. Let me read his... He is probably on par with the most powerful caster I've ever met.
Let's be very kind to this guy. Maybe offer him a couple of things. Like, here's a ring. Here's a...
In terms of spell casting, he casts both divine and arcane magic.
And they're both overwhelming?
You just get the highest.
Oh, okay. Very well. Let us be careful that he doesn't destroy us when he gets free here. Amadeus? The bonds?
What was the name? Hobgoblin. What was your name again?
My name is Graco.
There is a device in the Citadel of Iron that you would probably be interested in.
Can you tell the situation I am in?
You're a hobgoblin.
What is this device?
The supreme subjugation of your species. One common goal, one common god for all hobgoblin kind.
Yeah, everybody follow the red god. They'll go extinct. Kill each other off.
There are many on Acheron who would suggest that free will is a hindrance. They should probably just invest in necromancy.
Kaftin, I think he's a crazy fuck.
No, he's multiple millennia old and a very powerful spellcaster. We should all be very polite to him. All praise Pattern in the Weave.
I will take that into very high consideration. Thank you.
When you say the pattern in the weave, he nods like, yeah, like, that's totally cool. Pattern in the weave, is it his god? Maybe, maybe not, but he doesn't have any objections to the pattern in the weave as a concept, as a thing. He's not offended by it.
Let's get you out of these bonds, Amadeus.
Amadeus lets him go. Freeze pulls off the shackles.
He stretches a little bit. And then he starts, like, scratching.
Okay,
He is
Chaga
like
will give him
Barnabus.
Chaga will give him some food and some drink.
If you don't mind me, I'm going to go use the little Minotaur's room. I haven't peed in so long.
Gust comes up.
Los is gonna go watch him closely. He's hiding in a tree or something like that, watching him.
He's writing something with his urine stream on the leaves.
Can't stop taking notes. That's
It's a spell book. He's a wizard.
Give me a,
that's good. All right, I appreciated that pun. I appreciated that.
All right.
One.
give me a spellcraft check for Los.
Sure.
It's a glyph of warding.
A glyph of warming? What?
Trickle down the
It's
leg.
warm.
Oh, Los knows a little bit about spells. 24?
24? He peed an arcane mark onto the ground.
Okay, Los will let everyone know. Holy shit, his piss is magical.
No way!
He just peed an arcane mark on the ground.
No!
I'm looking right at it.
Really? It's, he's having fun eating and peeing and doing more.
I think he's really enjoying his body. Which is kind of what I would do if I found a body. Bodies are fun.
Yeah, Yeah, it's really strange when you phrase it that way, though. But you're not wrong. Capra's now instinctively ducking, like Coven's gonna swipe at him.
Coven's just watching in the general direction the Minotaur has gone off to. She's encountered a more powerful spellcaster. She's also a bit on edge.
Perhaps if he is enjoying himself, we should bring him somewhere where he can. Keep him busy, keep him entertained.
Ew,
Night
good.
Hag, do you have a name? You said Coven of One, but that's more of a description.
Ah. Names? What are names?
She's lying.
Coven of One should suffice. It has sufficed for a very long time.
I assume they don't know of your sisters.
What about my sisters?
He shrugs.
What about them?
Traditionally, Night Hag covens operate together to maximize their power. These others do not behave as if they are part of a Night Hag coven, and you seem to care for them in a grandmotherly fashion.
Yes. There's a reason. Can you tell me why?
I think it is because you've understood the error of your past ways and have reformed yourself.
Why these mortals specifically? But of all the mortals.
Well, they're obviously very powerful if they can take something from the Pale Knight. And well, if they can take something from the Pale Knight.
What makes you so special from other Minotaurs? Yes, you are smart. Yes, you can cast spells. But is there something else?
I am... You can see him like... perfect of my kind. I am chosen of the Minotaur peoples. Baphomet has granted me great gifts, I suppose.
Interesting. He might get his mythic from...
He might get his powers from Baphomet. We'll have to be cautious still. While he may not be evil, his evil lord may want him back, may not appreciate us absconding with him. Let us hope the scope of time to make a few doodles is not enough to anger Baphomet.
She's warning everyone the telepathic bond.
Treat him well. He is smart, but not so smart in all ways.
The guy with the funny hat and the suit, he's kind of pretty smart in all ways, except for not getting his ass kicked. He's kind of stupid at not getting his ass kicked.
How long will it
Probably the same thing for this guy.
How long will it take you to teach Coven of One the ways of the Iron Tower?
Depends how fast she learns.
What about me? Can I learn as well?
Yes, you could be the backup learner.
All right. Hey, why can't I be the front learner? What the fuck?
You
can
get
sit next to each other.
You talking has sort of like grabbed his attention. He's now looking at you again. It's like your left foot has changed size and shape.
Yeah, just the way you're looking at it. And he turns his foot a little bit. See?
Don't mind him. It's just Kev.
Is
Yes.
his shell unstable?
He's fine the way he is. How long will it take you to teach Coven and Kev? I almost want Barnabus here for this lesson. Perhaps we could interrupt him with whatever he's doing.
Should be less than a lunar cycle of Volcanica.
But quicker if they are smart.
Yes. If they are, I assume they are at least adequately intelligent. If they are, he's
He
kind of.
doesn't want to say you.
Well,
And
Chugga
then it will take a
Chugga
while.
picks up the cube. Here, play with this until we play with this until we get all the students. Where should we take them to do the lessons?
We should go to a schoolhouse. We get a bell and a bunch of desks. We get
No,
some
it's got to be
chalk.
Mage's private sanctum and somewhat protected.
Yep.
The orphanage on the shadow play. They never think to look for us there.
No, I'm thinking the place where we found Barnabus before, the mouth to the dwarven mouth to the astral plane that was dimensionally anchored. Maybe in the... Yes. Chugga's going to contact Barnabus.
Okay.
Okay. Going to the sheet of town tracker. Where the hell are we?
Barnabus, I've encountered the smartest minotaur that ever, existed in existence.
Ooh.
He's right in front of me. He's going to teach us planar, tower, secrets, meet up. Tell me where to go.
Okay. I'm trying to think where. Okay, so where is he training?
Probably be in Foundry somewhere. Not Foundry, Overlook.
No, Barnabas avoids Overlook. He's not. He hasn't got any friends there, especially after he had the High Counselor there consumed by demons. No, I think he's. He'll probably go back to Foundry.
I'm getting heartburn already from that statement about the shit we gotta clean up on the other side of the fucking. I forgot about the shit we need to clean up. The doo-doo bed that we have to clean. Yeah. Poopy doo-doo bed.
Yeah, I think he's probably in Foundry at the Tower of Summoning.
Adam, you've done a very bad thing, Adam.
What did I do?
You gave me animated objects mythic.
I did.
You fucked up.
You can make whatever you want move, and it will have a higher strength score and more construction points. You need the objects, but you can create a bunch of cool shit. Yep.
Okay, so I don't think any of us are hiding at the Tower of Summoning anymore. All of our cohorts are at the front line.
I'm making a fucking tank that can burrow and fly.
Okay, mech warrior. All right.
I know what Almond's going to be doing for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Leave me alone, kids.
Yeah, I think it's just Fey trash that's left behind in the Tower of Summoning.
Sticky biscuits.
That's what I've
ants
seen
from a
servants
bunch of
before.
candy wrappers.
I've seen servants and Amons for that sort of thing.
What is Barnabas' response?
All right, bring him to the Tower of Summoning. See if what he can moo in 3 languages or what.
I guess another setting could be, if you are not impressed by him, you owe me your best recipe for something sweet.
Deal.
Oh yes, Barnabas is ready to meet us now. We should go there. You're rather large, and those can go into the can.
Are you trying to teleport?
I'm about to teleport. Just doing a bit of math first. 1 per 3.
Give me a minute here. Carry the 1.
Coven can shrink down into her gnome form.
Okay, the Cloven Architect is going to aid your spellcasting. You can substitute his caster level for yours.
Oh my! You are the you are the greatest Minotaur ever. What's his caster level?
His caster level is 22. His character level is 25.
Okay.
His caster level is 22.
So I can bring 7 in addition to myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We still have to stick Dugan into a bag. Oh, put him in the gem. Just put him in the gem. Don't worry, we'll let you out right away.
Good matter.
Chaga will. Take the gem
I will
back from Amadeus.
steal your soul. Which is his goal someday, is to steal someone's soul. He has no idea how he'll do
I'm going
that.
to sleight of hand your soul.
I'm going to sleight of hand the soul right out of your body.
I'm just going to create a quick map, Adam, and rename it to Conversation.
Okay.
And yoink us there. Bone Citadel interior, I think, is where we're. And then find a Barnabus. And I guess an Eamon? Who would be training with you? Eamon would be training, probably not doing the same things you are.
I think Barnabas is whipping himself with a thing of cat of nine tails.
Yeah, Eamon's probably
A
trained
salted cat of nine tails under a drip of vinegar.
At
spray
this
of
point in
vinegar from
time, at this point in time, Eamon's almost like soon to be relegated to guard duty of whatever, because at this point it's like it's getting expensive bringing him back to life every other day.
Every other day. Yeah, he had a rough one.
He had a rough patch there.
So Eamon's there or not?
No, I imagine he's training somewhere.
I'm gonna make a fucking mech.
To crawl inside of it. And then we need a poly.
I'm gonna make multiple mechs so they can all combine to make one really big mech.
Oh god, kill me now. It's just a horrible monstrosity.
Okay.
It's just a little fucking weird thing. That's awesome. All right. Sorry.
Oh, hello, Barnabas. Chaga pulls out a blue gem and whispers a little word to it and lets Dugan out.
You left out the part where you're bringing an entire entourage.
Oh yes, we've just been in the abyss and pissed off perhaps 1 or 2 demon lords. So, yeah, we're here under the cloak of protection of our permanent mage's private sanctum. Still up, right? Yes, it's still here. I can see it. There we go.
Yeah, it's still here.
Barnabas Darby, may I introduce to you the many millennia old Cloven Architect? We rescued him, more specifically, Dugganschmirph bravely rescued him from the dungeons of the Bone Citadel, the Pale Knight's domain, on the endless maze.
Barnabus looks at this creature dubiously.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Barnabus Darby.
Actually, soon to be doctor.
Coven grows.
Of philosophy or of medicine?
Magic.
Magic.
No, medicine is that will be within the next year, I imagine.
Are you planning on... Have you considered seeking tenure at the Tower of Science?
In the background, don't do it.
I'm considering other employment options at this time.
The unrestricted access to materials and planar conditions conducive to experimentation is always valuable, although it is sometimes a pricey endeavor, as many things tend to be.
Yes, but it is the occasionally shifting physics of the abyss that make maintaining your variables somewhat difficult at times. The unstable physics of the place,
Ah, the unstable physics is what allows pocket planes to be produced. One can tune the conditions of their own little cosmos.
They're already
Specific.
using multi-polysyllabic words. Perhaps we should let
talking-
this...
I know a cosmo
about-
is a drink, and I think they're talking about booze.
We're talking about magic.
Yes, I love magic. I worship it. I use it. I understand a bit of it. It's wonderful that you're becoming a professor of magic. Can we leave the two of you alone to make friends for now? And Chug is like, friends? To Barnabas.
Right, so you're not going to, gore me or nothing like that. I mean,
That would be most uncivilized.
yeah, but I mean,
I mean,
Minotaur.
if you really want me to gore you, I suppose I could.
No, I'd prefer you didn't.
My horns are still quite sharp.
Barnabas is sensing motive on this creature.
Okay.
Alright. 20 plus. Oh, I don't. Barnabas. Haven't pulled up his character sheet in quite some time. 57. 69.
I'm just gonna roll a die. It may or may not mean anything. He likes the idea of you getting a doctorate in magic. He wants to help foster your invention and creation.
Oh,
He thinks it's a good thing for you to learn how to do new and wonderful things, and would want you to succeed in creating new stuff.
okay. Well, we have interrupted some of my craft. But Chaga assures me this is worthwhile. Oh, and who is this lovely cyclo? Oh no, she changed. Never mind.
Yeah, she grew from psycho gnome to big, one-eyed Covenant one.
Oh, you're Sonny's friend there, aren't you?
You are the one known as Barnabas.
Oh. At least the nickname's not gotten everywhere. Yes, I'm the one known as Barnabas. So, knowledge planes to know she's an night hag.
Yeah, she doesn't hide what she is.
It's knowledge planes, and the DC is like 15.
So I trust, in addition to not being galled by our friend here, you will not be stealing my soul and selling it in the lower planes.
Technically, I'm going to send you a note,
Oh.
Adam.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
She's larger than she should be.
She's a size category bigger than she should be.
Yeah.
Well, you've clearly been eating something. Did you eat the rest of your coven? Is that why you're coven of one? Is that why you get along? Never mind. He taps Chaga on the shoulder. He's like, no hanging fruit. I know you prefer that too.
Chaga's pulling out some notes. Yes, Barnabas, your wit is ever so missed.
Ever so sharp, ever so sharp.
Very much missed. He pulls out some of Dee's.
He's making jokes about your weight and your propensity to eat too much.
You think?
I do.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel that we could go on for quite some time. He puts down the chaotic morass of notes that Dee made when she was figuring out how to geomance. Here are notes on geomancy. Doodles and happy faces and drawings and a happy plethora of color.
I'm curious, are sugar plum wishes truly necessary for this process?
We were stuck in the tower for some time, and this was her process. She told me to skip page 4. I wonder... Oh, yes. I don't know what's up.
I think it is.
I think Capra might have helped her with some of the drawings. I don't remember.
That's just filthy.
Yes. At first they told me it was mushrooms, but it clearly isn't mushrooms. And that splotch there wasn't me eating the mushrooms.
We'll just burn page 4.
Well, no. Page 3 has something important on it.
The other side.
Yeah, the other side, yes.
Damn it.
When you're having a giggle, the greatest epiphanies come. Like a mushroom.
So this is what we figured out, and it got us at least moving the Iron Tower. The architect here created the maze, a planar maze, entwined with the plane. And these towers
Did you like your gift? The architect?
The puzzles are quite entertaining.
Entertaining! Fucking Minotaurs. Yeah. Alright.
Has he finished it all, or is he still playing with it?
He's finished it, but he goes through it again. Like, he's redoing it.
Oh, I thought we were...
It is very entertaining. It will be fun to test mortals with other mortals.
He thinks he's... he probably is immortal. My apologies.
What does Barnabas know about the Cloven Architect?
You've done roles before, but now you see him, so you can give us maybe like a knowledge arcana, knowledge history, knowledge nobility.
I will do a knowledge arcana. I'll take 10, and that gives me 82.
82?
Yeah.
He's a pivotal creature in the advancement of, like, society?
Like throughout the multiverse?
Well, throughout,
Many
quote-unquote,
worlds?
like, the modern age.
Okay.
Right? The age of, like, for the elder species, he would not have been pivotal. But in terms of, a lot of the creations from the Tower of Science that have them impacted all of the different societies would have come from beings such as this.
Okay.
You know that he's been like active for thousands of years, right? So you're talking like back when dragons owned this whole place and were warring about it, and nobody thought anything different. We're talking that far back for Volcanica.
Okay.
So this would be like he would have, potentially like introduced gunpowder. He might have potentially introduced something like alloys, steels, smelting, right? These sorts of technologies. There was a lot of the. It gets muddled because the history back in these points, particularly from a modern viewpoint, isn't clear.
Okay.
Many new technologies are viewed at the time of their production as witchcraft or curse or evil, right? Heresy.
Right. Yeah.
And it only makes sense that these heresies are coming from the chaotic evil plane that is disrupting what was the peaceful society and allowing greater destruction, greater influence, just more and more and more. In terms of the Cloven Architect himself, you know that he is. There's something he is like quote unquote a chosen. Like he is you would normally go. He's like an avatar, right?
Okay.
But what you're looking at isn't an avatar, or if it is, it's a strange avatar. Usually, your avatars are like, I run around and smash things, I'm big and strong, and woo, look at my sword and wings, and I'm huge. Right? That sort of,
Mm-hmm.
or the epitome of something. And this is not a force of wrath and destruction. Right? It's not what you're looking at.
In order for us to end the war, we must stop the Iron Lord. In order for us to get to the Iron Lord, we must find probably multiple ways into his Iron Citadel. Navigating one of these towers, which we can do. Chugga pats a pocket where he keeps the key.
Yes, we will need to end the war in the south, so the war in the rest of the war can begin. All right, this creature.
You can tell
I will
Chugga
listen
wants
to.
he has a question about that, but he's not like, I can wait.
This
What
creature.
is your other war? says the Minotaur.
Oh, it's with Githyanki and outre beings. Don't worry about it. Go on.
I'm not a big fan of the outre beings.
They're nasty things.
They tried to steal my mind.
I say likewise, fucks.
Can't trust a tentacled thing.
No.
Now they're bonding, says Chugga in the telepathic bond. Coven's looking through Dee Dee's book.
Are you going to drink that? You've got what do you have on the table?
It's some wine. Help yourself. Slots.
I haven't had libations in quite some time.
Oh, well, I've got some dwarven stuff that'll hit you a bit harder than that if you want. In the meantime, I'll show you where the classroom is. There's a blackboard and everything.
The good old days. Basic lectures. Oh, so fun.
Chugga will use a mythic point to cast a Hero's Feast.
Huh. Food. And then Barnabus, what is this swill of your god?
That's the best your god can do. Okay.
Well, you can make some of your special sauces and put it on top to make it taste better.
It's like going, I have created a great feast, and it's like you created a McDonald's. Like it's
Yes, but the
People like
sauce. Think of the
McDonald's.
food that your favorite food would it be the same favorite food without the sauce?
the sauce.
Yes, the sauce.
The sauce. Yeah.
Barnabas will make some quick sauces for the foods.
Okay.
I think we'll leave them be for a while. I think it's Desaad, Coven, and Barnabas that are going to try to learn how to navigate, because these intellectual.
Amadeus ain't learning shit. Can I grab the planes? No? Oh, fuck.
Right, unless there's some special skill that these
Yeah.
these 5 guys have.
Nope.
No, I think
Nope,
they're just
they're not.
eating and trying not to be too loud.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, there's basically it's the skill he's teaching is geomancy.
Okay.
And this basically allows you to navigate the towers without the giant penalty for using knowledge arcana in its place.
And it was planes that was the basis of it?
Yes.
Cool.
Does being a Minotaur help at all?
Being a Minotaur allows you to navigate the maze portion of the connection, right? You can navigate the maze like you're navigating the endless maze between the different points in
So cool.
in the Citadel, provided that you know where you're trying to go.
Right,
So-
right.
Is this a knowledge check or a
This is a knowledge skill.
knowledge skill? Okay.
Fuck,
Because
my geography sucks.
he's a bard, so he gets half of this.
It's just like when you're a bard, you don't actually get like computer use. This is a technological skill that is beyond the normal for your.
Well, actually, if you look at Barnabas's character, my hands are here, and you look right at the bottom, we kind of made up a skill.
Any claim on Dunehold waived. I think it has to sync to the current.
No, it should still be synced.
Alright. Where should I be looking?
It's at the very bottom of his skills. The last.
Oh,
skill.
at the skill. Sorry, I just went to the bottom.
The
of the sheet.
inherent skills granted by item?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you change the items? Just change one of the skills in the items.
No.
Technology.
Yes, it was just.
So I think we discussed it's like use magic device, but for tech.
Technology. So
Like high tech.
it's because if it's removed, he doesn't have those skills no more.
Interesting. What item is this?
He's got
Your sheet is so confusing. I haven't looked at this.
The items is an
He's-
iPhone.
he's
256 skill points.
He's got it. Yeah, he's got an item that because of feats and other things, basically grants him. He's got a +6 inherent bonus.
Hmm.
So that's from the
yeah.
+6 inherent bonus.
I
So
got
if he
you.
loses the tooth, he loses all those skills, and there's
Which
no
he
question
spent
of well,
in
I
the
take it from this or that.
Majority in int-based skills. Which is
Yes.
best.
Yeah. Interesting.
I would change technology to use technology as opposed to knowing about technology.
Sure.
Assuming you wanted to use technology.
Yes, he wants
Okay.
to use it. Yes.
All right.
Okay. So you in the tower, you could probably trick the tower by using technology.
Okay.
You might have a hard time navigating the tower. Like you get it to go and operate, getting it to go to the right place might be a bit of a challenge. Right?
Okay.
There might be some randomness, and it's like a use magic device on something that you don't know what it does.
Okay. I'm gonna make that change on Barnabas right now.
You know how to start the video game and play the video game. You don't know where to go in the video game.
It's still Legend of Zelda, and that shit isn't just like you do the thing.
Oh.
Ain't no Mario. Go to the right till you get to the end. But no, that's definitely so. It's but he's teaching geomancy. Now with geomancy checks, you can basically optimize your local effects, as in you can get like some of the planar bonus effects at locations based off of where the ley lines are. So you can basically find like locations and then use like the +1 fire for 1+1 fire on Volcanica. That type of
Okay.
types of bonuses.
Yeah.
Is like the other like effect of using geomancy for things. Like a reason to have the skill beyond make the tower move.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take them to learn this?
I would like to calculate XP because it might be done during a downtime to level.
Which is strangely enough, the downtime for them to level, which we could
Yes.
fudge.
So
Barnabas learning new things is part of himself leveling, maybe.
Yeah.
Because Chaga can like supervise, because if anyone rolls a 1 or a nat 20, I can use an immediate action to grant. Is it a reroll or
you store that for later?
grant all
Coven's
eyes within
also
30 feet special insights to help them overcome similar challenges. Once
So we
during the
also
next
have,
minute, they can roll twice. So it's he
We
could
also-
camp. Yeah, go ahead, Ahmed.
Sorry, there is a Gwendolyn's fortune hex.
Yes.
Good call.
So each of us,
No,
except for Sod has it.
Desaad has that. Coven was not on that adventure,
wasn't
and
there.
Barnabas wasn't part of that party.
No.
So.
Yeah, shit.
You know what? 3 brainiacs. We've got triple contingency. Chaga's going to go and do his own training, basically. If that's. The
I
thing.
think it's downtime for training. I'm pretty certain I'm pretty certain the XP is there. I have to do the last 2 fights.
Yep.
For XP counters, but I'm pretty certain it's like downtime to level. Give me a diplomacy check for the main group.
Okay. Can we aid?
Oh,
You can certainly aid, and Barnabas provides an automatic +8 from being introduced to Barnabas, and the glory that is he is just a +8 aid that he
can Desaad run this? Diplomats.
It would be the people who were talking. If you weren't talking, then you can aid, but
Can Barnabas lead it, or is it from the main group?
it's for the main group. In fact, I'm kind of thinking this is from Chaga.
It's fine. Chaga's diplomacy is decent. Like it's
Because realistically, Chaga says, "I need you to do stuff for me and
That's
deal
true,
with
yeah.
Chaga." And then, do you want to meet my friend who's like really smart and stuff?
All right.
Now,
So
Barnabas could be like, "You should really be my friend instead."
so Chaga's got a +29.
Okay.
+2 from Desaad.
Desaad gives a +2. Coven gives a +2 automatically.
Grackle gives a +2.
Grackle. Capra, probably.
Capra gets a +2 automatically.
Okay.
Did we get a +2 from the puzzle we gave him, or plus the one he's playing with?
You gave him two lovely gifts, +2/+2.
Okay. Amadeus didn't say much. Dugan was hiding.
You did bring him back to life, +2. You didn't restore him, so you'll have to figure that out later.
Didn't we give him stuff? Desaad suggested we give him like basic gear here.
No, but he needs a restoration.
He needs 2 restorations to get
All
his
right. So
thing.
the two gifts were +2s, and giving him back to life was +2.
Yep.
So that's 6, 8, 10, 14, and Barnabas is
+8 by
+8.
himself, as you brought him to one of the
22.
smartest beings in the multiverse. So Barnabas is smarter than him, but he doesn't have any gear. But even with his gear, Barnabas is still smarter than him because Barnabas isn't buffed yet.
Chaga wants to impress this guy, so he'll just roll the mythic point right straight into it.
Yep.
We get a 69.
Okay. So that takes you also.
If Desaad uses one of his mythic points to boost his charisma, does that add another?
No.
Okay.
You also didn't talk much during the whole thing. As in,
Fair.
You were kind of hiding from him a little bit.
Fair, yeah.
Also invading his mind.
I was busy.
I'm invading your mind diplomatically.
All right. So,
Okay.
it increases by 1 step for every 5. Okay. So you beat the DC of this creature by 9 steps.
He's a fan.
If I could, I would have children.
And, yes, he has no problems taking a sabbatical on the material plane.
Very cool.
He's taking a sabbatical on the material plane until otherwise informed. Give me a sense motive from Chaga.
Chaga's sense motive isn't great. 30. You rolled well. We could have another d6 if we think it's important. 32 with mythic.
When he was asking you if you were doing things to extend your life, that was him thinking about how long his sabbatical should be.
That's hilarious. He might be skulking around the city when it's actually completed. Oh, that makes me feel small.
That thing should make you feel small.
I expect that from Dugganschmirph. I suppose we haven't seen each other in a while, Barnabus.
I gotta get them out. I'm sorry.
Good sauces, by the way. He's got like a bib that is just dripping in all the different sauces.
I made you a to-go package.
Yeah, it's a good point, Fox. I did think about that. This party doesn't have the same inkling that certain... They don't have the depression that the Dredden Circus guys might have.
No.
Yeah, if there's still some treasure from the mythic creatures that we just defeated, and I guess some of us will be doing training in the Trifort area because that's where the armies give us free training. So.
Yep. And you're not going to go back to the Tower of Science to cash in on rewards and.
I don't.
Well, the
think
reward
that's
is to bring this guy back. No, he's on sabbatical, so we'll cash in on our rewards when.
Later.
Exactly. We'll escort him back when we need 100,000 gold, or whatever. Or what I forget what we said. I think it was 100,000.
It was 100.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we need pocket change for something.
Pocket change.
Well,
That's where we are.
by the time we actually bring him back, unless he's yoinked back by Baphomet. Yeah.
Barf. Yeah, keep calling him that. That's going to turn out well.
That definitely won't accelerate the yoinking. Where a giant hook, cane with a hook end, just sort of pops out of the side.
Los doesn't have the same cares that you guys do. He's already dead.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. This planet's planar barrier is Swiss cheese, anyways. So Volcanica's.
Yeah.
Adam rolling up on 21 hours of doing stuff today.
Yeah, we should name
tonight's game.
That's why you gave me mythic enemy object. Yeah, that's a good spell scheme now.
It is a good spell.
I love it. Make weird shit from now on.
So last one was Electric Doogaloo. This one.
We had a good name. You said you'd write it down. Did you write it down?
Well, Dugganschmirph was the. It's good. Oh, we failed to attack the castle. Look at the heroes. They're running away. Dugan gets left behind. All the money is stolen. Important people have died. The castle is now being collapsing on its own.
Fire and shit.
Well, yeah, the load-bearing pillar that apparently Dugan knows how to remove.
Well, he just throws the pillar out of the building.
Building collapses. Dugganschmirph.
The castle comes to life and attacks you.
We need a name for tonight's game. It's got to be probably something about the Cloven Architect.
New contract?
Sabbatical?
Sabbatical.
On sabbatical.
It's a consultant. Freelance.
You're not, when you watch the episode, you're not going to know what it's about until the end. Cool. I think that one is in the books. I don't know when we're playing next week, but we'll let you guys know on on Discord. For those watching on YouTube, where this video will appear, thanks for your support. And for those watching tonight, hanging out with us tonight, it was good seeing you folks here. Fox, 100, others, good seeing you folks. Good to be back. And as always, we hope you folks enjoy this as much